On a lazy summer afternoon in Lubbock, Texas.
911, what's the emergency?
A break-in in this neighborhood of stately homes.
Somebody has broken a window in the back, and the doctor did not show up for work today.
Prominent local physician, Dr. Joseph Sonnier, is found murdered. A landscaper finds his body.
Oh no! Oh God!
Ma'am, what's going on?
Shot and stabbed multiple times.
There's a bullet that was laying on the ground. I need somebody to hurry.
Yes, ma'am.
Zach Johnson, a detective with the Lubbock Police, heads to the scene. This neighborhood had to be freaked out by this killer.
They were very scared because this doesn't happen, especially to somebody that's so esteemed.
Upon entering Sonnier's house, it's immediately clear to Detective Johnson that this isn't a robbery gone bad.
There was artwork in the home, there were very expensive pieces of furniture, there was iPads, all kinds of things just kind of laying around, you know, nothing was taken. It was an in and out job.
In the dining area, Johnson can see where the fatal blows were delivered.
And that crime scene was very succinct. It wasn't spread out. You had the overturned chair, you had the glass on the floor, and you had the casings. So you knew that he was shot right here.
Another clue stands out. A Gatorade bottle lies on the floor near the shell casings from the bullets. Police determine it's a crudely fashioned silencer.
We were dealing with something that was a hit of sorts, that somebody had come to this house and to kill this person specifically.
But who?
To me, it was just mind-boggling. You know, why is this man dead? He's a well-respected citizen in this community. Why is he dead?
Sonnier's children are devastated and perplexed. 2 years earlier, their mother had been murdered, and now their father too. For Sonnier's oldest son, Dallas, it's a hauntingly familiar scenario.
I knew how to plan a funeral. I knew how to scrub blood off the floor. I knew everything we had to do because I'd already done it once before.
This just doesn't happen.
The statistical likelihood that both parents would be murdered, separate occasions, is unfathomable.
I got the call the day before the 2-year anniversary of my mother's death. I thought maybe it had something to do with her death. That's how out of left field and completely out of nowhere this was.
For Joseph's third son, Philip, there are more questions than answers.
We started racking our brains. Well, it's got to be some type of girlfriend situation. If it's not a robbery, it's somebody he knows.
This all took place in Lubbock, Texas, nestled in the heart of ranching country, a broad and windswept terrain of cotton fields, cattle, and money.
You can't see better sunsets and sunrises and thunderstorms and everything else coming in, but it's the people that drive it. There's no better people probably anywhere in the world.
One of those people is the victim, Joseph Sonnier, a well-known doctor, successful businessman, and multi-millionaire. And as far as women in Lubbock are concerned, unquestionably a catch. He enjoys foreign travel, has a 6-figure wine collection, and even makes his own perfume.
He was a single man in his late 40s with disposable income and an empty house.
He's living the single life and having a fun time.
So it wasn't about getting married?
I don't think he would have gotten married again.
At 19, Sonnier married his high school sweetheart, Becky. Dallas recalls his happy childhood with loving parents.
Merry Christmas, Dad.
My dad was the most supportive person in my life. My mom was our emotional support.
Merry Christmas.
He was the one who was going to push us to succeed, push us to follow our dreams.
I just think you're going to be working.
Dallas remembers how his father fell apart when his mother walked out on him after 27 years of marriage for another man.
She was the only person that he had ever been with and ever dated and ever fallen in love with. When they got divorced, it was a shock to him. Everything he'd worked for in his life evaporated in 1 second.
His ex-wife Becky quickly remarried, and to the Sonnier family's horror, she was murdered by her new husband, who then killed himself. James Sonnier remembers how his father helped him and his brothers come to terms with their mother's murder.
He came in after she was murdered, and he became like our guide about how to handle this tragedy.
And the elder Sonnier was still in the process of rebuilding his own life. 48 years old and on the dating scene, Dr. Sonnier takes a chance.
He went, I think on a lark, to a dance class, ballroom and salsa and swing. And through that dance community, he found his confidence again.
And that's not all he finds.
He started to meet beautiful single women, attractive women who were also, in his age range.
So that's how he was able to start dating
and
again.
He got the mojo back like that.
So how did you feel about the women that he dated?
The truth is, we liked most of them.
Dallas and his brothers had grown up and moved away, but every fall, they joined their dad for a Texas Tech football game. One year, Dr. Sonnier brings a date to their family tailgate.
She's blonde, she's tall, she's gorgeous.
She is Rochelle Shatina, single mother of 4 boys who Sonnier meets at a ballroom dance class.
It's the first date, and he's bringing you around his family, that's nerve-wracking for some people.
I mean, it was the first date. It really wasn't a big deal to me. I certainly wasn't nervous about it.
She knew how to handle herself in a social situation around his sons. We're tough critics, and we gave her a thumbs up.
Like Sonnier, Rochelle is divorced and has grown children. They begin dating, and when things start to get serious, he takes her to visit his grandchildren in Los Angeles.
Where's your head?
We had a great time. She came over to the house. We played with my kids. It couldn't have gone better.
She's a smart girl, aren't you?
While Sonnier is enjoying dating Rochelle, Dallas says his father's feelings do not run to marriage.
In your mind, he was never going to put a ring on it.
That's right.
But Rochelle may want more than casual dating. According to Sonnier's family, she repeatedly tells him how much she wants to get married.
It was constant pressure at every step of the way following the LA trip.
That's not true. What I was looking for was a committed relationship with a good person, and that was it.
A couple of months after the LA trip, Dr. Sonnier tells his son that he and Rochelle were going to Paris.
It was a birthday gift for my 50th birthday. I was just over the moon. It was really a dream come true.
Joseph and Rochelle's romantic getaway includes a trip to the Pont des Arts, a bridge across the Seine River in Paris, famous for so-called love locks that line the bridge by the thousands.
We bought a lock, and Joseph wrote his name on it, and I wrote my name on it, and you throw the key into the Seine River, and that locks in the moment forever.
But for Rochelle and Joseph, forever would only be a matter of weeks. On a sweltering Wednesday in July, Rochelle learns that the love of her life has been murdered.
There are police cars everywhere. There's crime scene tape all around Joseph's house. Emergency vehicles there, reporters there. It was just absolute chaos.
And we know Dr. Sonnier did.
Searching for a killer, the first place police go is to the people closest to the victim. So Detective Zach Johnson's attention turns to Sonnier's girlfriend, Rochelle Shatina.
Meeting with Rochelle that very first time, I don't know a lot about her.
Did you ever have a time where you suspected that Rochelle could in some way have been involved in Dr. Sonnier's death?
You always have to consider people the closest, because 90% of the time, it's going to be the people that are closest to our victims that commit the crime against them.
The police take Rochelle in for questioning. She's on the hot seat, and she starts naming names.
There's just, some girls that he dated, and Joseph would get these horrible text messages, calling him, you're such a whatever.